Yo, what up? This is over here, your brother O, you know what I'm saying? Coming at y'all with a review. This review gonna be a little different, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got some notes that I'm gonna share with y'all. Like I said, this is something that I did this weekend, you know what I'm saying? I just came back. I went to Tampa, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Went to Winter Jam, I made a video about that already. Give y'all little tips and little tricks, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But this one right here is about I went to a church. Um, this church right here. I've seen it on TV before. I just couldn't put my you know I just couldn't come to it, you know what I'm saying? But I seen it a long time ago, early in my walk, and it seemed interesting, something that I always wanted to go to. I just didn't know what it was until I walked into it, you know what I'm saying? This church is called the River Church. I'm gonna tell you the good, I'm gonna tell you the bad. I'm just gonna give you my review, how I feel about it, you know what I'm saying? Walking in there, the experience, you know what I mean, stuff like that, the stuff they got going on. Like I said, I got a little sheet right here, cause I can't remember all this thing off the top of my dome, But I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all. Yeah, they're doing this thing right here. They got this thing called School, River School of Healing. You know what I'm saying? This man, you sign up. It's going for a couple of days, like I said on Tampa. You go down there, they're gonna show you, you know what I'm saying, what God does, restoring your health, restoring your healing, you know. So that's a good thing. And they have this car show. It's called River Car Show. They got a car show over there. Bringing people over there, new people. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Bringing, love of cars, a love of stuff. Giveaways. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. They got this thing called Kingdom Business Fellowship. Fellowship is a good thing. People together, man. Talk about business. Talk about God. Talk about love, man. I love it. And they're doing this winter camp meet. You know what I'm saying? It's about a revelation, equipping, and prayer. You know what I'm saying? Just about focus on prayer. It's power in prayer, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So pray up, stay up, This is what it is, though. The experience of it, going there, you feel welcome. You feel welcome. Everybody nice. You know what I'm saying? You go in there, park the car. You know what I'm saying? You go in there, everything is beautiful. But the one thing that they have, I'm not going to say it's security, but they check ID. They check ID at the door. You got to give a personal ID. They give you a little wristband thing. So when you walk in there, you have a lot of greeters in there. You have a lot of greeters, welcoming you and stuff like that. Man, it's beautiful. I didn't understand why, but I believe the answer is that they record. They record in there. You know what I'm saying? They're recording. They got cameras going. They're recording everything. They're recording the band. They got a beautiful band, man. They got real singers in there. You know what I'm saying? Real instruments. You got your drums. You got the keyboard, guitars. But man, you even got violin and horns, but you got people singing choir. You know what I'm saying? Going to church, y'all. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. But the thing is, when you walk in, they kind of, you know, they doing their job, you know what I'm saying? They welcome you in the church, they sit you down, usher. They do what they do, you know what I'm saying? I had no bad feeling, no, and it felt like when you went in there, man, there's a hustle and bustle, man. There's a lot of people coming in, a lot of people doing things, a lot of moving around, a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man, I felt a little bit, you know what I'm saying, disoriented a little bit, overwhelmed a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It took me a while to start, listening to the music, listening to the word, let God word, come inside, very diverse crowd, all type of people in there, Spanish people, you know what I'm saying, different color, different races, women, man, kids, you know what I'm saying, all type of things, and I love it, man. I love seeing that. They singing, man, they got a good production, you know what I'm saying, but you look at the main screen, and it has, if you have prayer, you could call in this number at the top of the screen, or it says, what I'm saying, just trying to help people, man. I get it. It's a TV thing. The one thing about it, though, they only have 2 servers. Got one 7:30. You know what I'm saying? At night, 7:30 at night. You know what I'm saying? But the main one, a lot of people go to is 9:30 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You got the guy. You know the guy's name. I'm gonna look it up right now for you. You know what I'm saying? The guy's name is Pastor Ronnie, y'all. And he say the word. You know what I'm saying? You read the scripture, read the Bible. Nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I liked it. I like that part of it. But the service, y'all. I'm used to going to church, you know what I'm saying? Going in there 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? You out by 12, 12:30. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a 2-hour service, you know what I'm saying? You go in there, you do your fellowship, you do your worship, you know, you get a couple words, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, and you out the door, you know? This service was almost 4 hours. I didn't know that. It's the first time going in there, open heart, you know what I mean, or open mind, you know what I'm saying. Going into worship was beautiful, singing was beautiful. I mean, you could tell people passionate when they sing, they love it, you know what I mean. And they going in deep, y'all. They going in deep for the word, man. That the keyboard guy, he was doing his thing, you know what I'm saying. The lady, the front lady, the singing, you know, man, singing notes, man. You felt it in your heart, y'all. You felt it in there for real. You know what I'm saying? I just felt a little bit uncomfortable with you know, it's your first time in church. You know, you got to give an ID. You got to show, you know what I'm saying, and sign something, you know. And like I said, I think it's because of they filming in there, you know, they want to let you know, you know. I didn't know that. So I'm just letting you guys know. You know, it could be different, man. This church is all around the world. You know what I'm saying? It's the river. You know what I'm saying? I saw it in Tampa, like I said. But the one thing about it, y'all, they talked about, you know, when donating is a big thing, man. They're very diverse. You know, you know they got ways, man. You know what I'm saying? Where you could donate. You know what I'm saying? You could donate by check. You know, you could donate by cash. You could donate. You know what I'm saying, by the app. You could donate by PayPal. You know what I'm saying? You could even donate by Venmo. You know, cryptocurrency. You know what I'm saying? They got an email, you know what I'm saying, that you could put in if you want a special donation. You know, God calls your heart, you know what I'm saying, to donate. You know, like I said, it's whatever God put in your heart. You know what I'm saying, to donate, to give. You know what I'm saying? They always say it's better to give it than to receive, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So whatever God say, you know what I'm saying, sometimes all you can give is time. You know, sometimes all you can give is love. Sometimes all you can give is prayer. You know, sometimes all you can give is your time. You know, serving the people, community. You know, it don't always got to be about money, y'all. It don't always got to be about money, y'all. You know, when you give, man, you devote that time to God, to God people. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's more time in prayer. Maybe it's more time. You know what I'm saying? In the Bible, reading the Bible. Maybe it's, you know, time discipling somebody, going in there, you know. And that's the one thing I had about the church. You know, they have a soul save. You know, how many souls you save, you know what I'm saying? Soul keeper. You know, how many souls you saved today. My opinion, that's between you and God. That's our job as a disciple of God. You know, first, we follow God. We're disciples of God. God is showing us how to do it the right way, do the right thing. That's my opinion. I said, you know what I'm saying? But also be there for your brother. Talk to your brother, show your brother love. You know what I'm saying? Check up on them. You know what I'm saying? Be there for them. Pray for them. It don't matter how many people you save, man. As long as you bring them to God. That's the main goal. That's the thing. You know, then you're keeping track, you're keeping score of what it is. Again, that's just my opinion, y'all. Man, we the church. Let's be open about it. Let's be real about it. You know what I'm saying? It was a beautiful service. I saw the rest of it at home, you know what I'm saying? Because I had to drive, you know what I'm saying? It was a little drive for me, you know what I'm saying, to go down there, you know what I'm saying? 3 hours, um, we trying to beat traffic and driving and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So that's just the way I see it. This is my church review. Man, when I go to that church again, man, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, yo, to be honest, for real, it ain't for me. I can't do that drive, man, every day. I can't go to Tampa every day, you know what I'm saying? That's something that if you pass by, man, you gotta go, you gotta do it, man. Listen to it, be a part of it, man. Watch it on on the TV, YouTube. But if you really have the time, you really have the chance, man, go down there, check it out. You know what I'm saying? And see if it's for you for yourself. Go see it for yourself. Experience it for yourself. Be in the midst and the power of God. Don't listen to me, man. Listen to God. You know what I'm saying? So again, this is your brother Oak coming at y'all again. You know what I'm saying? It's a little church review. And I always say, bro, stay loved, stay blessed, stay positive, y'all. Till the next time, man. Peace.